back to another video with yours truly, Sam Healy and Aedan. He's going to join me in doing a comparison between Ubongo, the fun-sized edition, and
Ubongo Extreme.
Ubongo Extreme, also the fun-sized edition, because we have played both of these. Well, we tried to play both of them. We played one more than the other. More on that later. Let's get down and I'll show you the differences and some of the similarities between the two, and then we'll come back with some final thoughts right after that. Alright, so the basic idea of both of these games is the same. You just have different tools, I guess you could say, to work toward that same goal. In Ubongo Extreme, you have these hex-shaped or hex-based pieces, whereas in regular Ubongo Fun Size Edition, you have all of these very familiar Tetris type of shapes that you're going to be putting onto your board. Now, some of the similarities here, you're still using two different sides. On one side, you're only going to be using 3 shapes, and it's a little bit easier. On the other side, you're going to be using 4 shapes, and it's a little bit more difficult. The same thing is true for Ubongo, where you have one where you're going to be basically using 3 shapes, and then you're going to be using 4 shapes on this side, and it's a little bit more difficult as well. So that's one of the similarities between the two different versions of this game. But from there, it really kind of departs. One of the first differences is with Ubongo Extreme. They tell you with each separate round, first round you're going to be using these shapes here, and the second round on a different card you're going to be using the shapes that are up here in this corner, and then for the third round, again on a different card, you're going to be using the shapes that are down in this corner, and in the fourth round, same thing down here, and then the fifth round you do this one, and this one, and this one in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th rounds. With Ubongo Extreme, they tell you what shapes you must use. In Ubongo, regular Ubongo, you basically have these shapes that are available to you at any time, and there are multiple ways, or basically multiple shapes that you can fill in this void here with these different shapes. You do have to fill it in completely. That's another similarity with this, and you also can't overstep any of the boundaries, which is another similarity between the two. But in this one, they tell you what shapes you have to use. In this one, you can use any shape that's possible, and there are multiple ways to finish this puzzle with a number of different kinds of shapes. Another difference is how you score points. In this game, whoever finishes their puzzle first begins a countdown of either 20 or 30 seconds, and then if anybody else finishes their puzzle within that 20 or 30 second window, then they also get to score points, and then whoever is finished after 8 rounds, whoever has the most finished puzzles at the end of the game is the winner. Over here, you don't have that 20 to 30 second countdown. Whoever finishes their puzzle first takes one of these gems, and then whoever has the most gems at the end of 8 rounds is the winner. So those are the general differences between Ubongo and Ubongo Extreme, and I am using the Fun Size Edition on both of these just to kind of give a more streamlined, I guess you could say, comparison. That's the difference between the two games. Now, let's get to some final thoughts. So that is that for Ubongo and Ubongo Extreme, the fun size editions, and the comparison between the good stuff and the bad stuff, or rather the similarities and dissimilarities. So what did you think, man? Which one did you like better?
I like Ubongo.
The red or the yellow?
Red.
You like the red one better? You like the red one better? Why? Why did you like the red one better?
It was easier.
It was easier? It was easier, yeah, that's true. It was more fun that way because it was easier, yeah? What did you think about Ubongo Extreme? We actually tried to play this one. Huh? Boo. All right, we actually tried to play this one, and we had to stop because he was enjoying it that little. It is that much harder than Ubongo was, but why do you think it was easier with Ubongo?
Because the shapes were squares.
Yeah, you got the shapes, the squares, and it was easier, right?
Yeah.
Just because the shapes were different. But with Ubongo, you had the hex-shaped pieces, and it was just more difficult to see how they fit onto the pattern that was there. Now the A's were difficult for you, and the B side on those were almost impossible, right?
Are these?
No. For the extreme one. Yeah, A side was like very, very hard for him and for me, really. Some of them were like I couldn't figure out how to do them. But the B side was like even more hard. Now my daughter, who is vehemently shaking her head behind the camera right now, she was very good at this. So there are going to be people who are very much better at this than other people, which for me, that's actually a bad thing. Because when you have people who are just inherently better, they're always going to win. And it's not something that you can kind of get better at, I don't think. So that's one thing that I thought with Ubongo Extreme. But with Ubongo, see, he just did one by himself, figured it out. But with Ubongo, everybody's kind of on the same playing field, on the same level, right?
Watch this. This only took me like a minute.
Okay, so that only took him a little bit. Now he's going to try to do well, you have to use just the shapes that you have. So 4, 6, and 7, right? 4, 7, and 6. So those are the shapes you can use. So he's going to try to do it right now, and he's probably not going to be able to get it done. But I don't know. I really think while he works on that, I really think that the differences between these two are this is more family friendly. This one is more gamer-ish than the other one. This one is much more difficult because of the shapes and the size. I'm sorry, the hex-based nature of the shapes. This one is just more palatable, I guess you could say, and it's more fun because of that. This one feels like work. This one feels like a game, and that's really kind of the difference between these two. One is really, really hard, and the other one just isn't, and it makes it more fun for me and for him. What did you think, though, about the 20 to 30 second countdown rule in Extreme? Did you miss that in Ubongo? Would the 20 to 30 second, remember in Ubongo Extreme, the first person finishes and then they count down from 20 or 30 seconds. And then if you still finish within that 20, 30 seconds, yeah, he just gave up on the one that he was trying, and he's getting another one from Ubongo. So that's pretty much wraps it up, right? I mean, this one is good, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as fun as this one.
If you're like a challenge person, get Ubongo Extreme.
Right, if you want a challenge, you get Ubongo Extreme. If you want to have fun,
get Ubongo.
Right, get Ubongo. That's pretty much all we need to say. So that's about that for Ubongo Extreme and Ubongo, a comparison between the two. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. What do you think? Peace out. He just hit the microphone too.
Yeah.
That's cool though. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.